Now, we see rifles in the Continental Army nearly from the very beginning. In fact, actually from the very beginning. While there weren't any rifle units in the American Army outside Boston in 1775, Congress, partly because they had heard tales, John Adams in particular, John Adams was completely wowed by the performance of frontier riflemen. In fact, by the riflemen themselves. He looked upon them as almost a different species of human being. They dress differently, and it is a fairly common depiction of a Western rifleman. Again, Western being Western Pennsylvania, Western Massachusetts, Western Maryland. We're not talking about anything really beyond the Alleghenies and the Appalachians. But that they had elements of Native American dress. They didn't take the uniforms, and throughout the Revolution, much like many soldiers of the Continental Army, they tended to prefer the so-called linen hunting frock, like the one this man is wearing, rather than actual uniforms. But the Continental Army creates initially 2 rifle regiments to join the. Continental Congress creates 2 rifle regiments to join the Continental Army outside of Boston, and there they wow other soldiers with their feats of marksmanship, and they annoy the hell out of their officers by being unwilling to follow orders. One reason that George Washington himself came to detest the rifle regiments is that the men did not show due deference to officers and no inclination at all to submit themselves to military discipline. But that very maverick nature is one reason that we tend to think of the rifleman as being uniquely American. Right? This is the American spirit distilled into a single kind of fighter rather than a soldier.